She said, "Don't be so possessive. My body is my own." After I questioned a hickey on her neck, I replied, "You're absolutely right." I then changed the beneficiary on my life insurance policy from her to my brother. She discovered how possessive I wasn't when she realized she no longer had a claim to the biggest asset I controlled, my future. The first thing I saw when I woke up last Tuesday was the hickey. It wasn't a faint, ambiguous mark. It was a full-blown, dark purple, angry-looking bruise sitting right there on the pale skin of my girlfriend's neck just below her ear. It was the kind of mark that doesn't happen by accident. It's a statement, a brand, and it wasn't mine. I'm a firefighter. My entire life is about running into burning buildings while everyone else is running out. I'm trained to stay calm in the middle of chaos, to assess a situation, identify the threat, and neutralize it. But as I lay there in the quiet morning light of our bedroom, staring at that mark on Sarah's neck, I felt a kind of cold panic I had never experienced on a fire ground. The fire, I realized, was in my own house. To be honest, the smoke alarms had been going off for months. I just kept hitting the snooze button. Sarah and I had been together for 3 years, living together for 2 in an apartment I bought before I met her. The first year was the kind of easy, comfortable love you build a life on. But something shifted when she got a new job in marketing at a trendy downtown startup. She fell in with a new crowd, single, hard partying, and from what I could gather, morally allergic to the concept of monogamy. Suddenly, the life we had built became a source of constant complaint for her. It was too quiet, too boring, too stable. She started talking about her freedom and her individuality. The red flags started popping up one by one. There were the late nights out that stretched until 4 a.m. with her coming home smelling of cigarette smoke and cheap tequila, claiming it was a networking event. There was the way she guarded her phone like it was a state secret, a habit that started overnight. The phone was always face down and she'd take calls in the other room. I'm not a jealous guy. My job requires me to have absolute trust in the people around me. It's the only way to survive. I tried to extend that same trust to her. When I'd bring up my concerns, she would deploy a verbal flashbang grenade of pop psychology buzzwords. I wasn't expressing my feelings. I was being insecure. I wasn't asking for respect. I was being controlling. I wasn't her partner. I was a threat to her autonomy. The hickey though, that was different. That wasn't a red flag. That was a 5-alarm fire. I waited for her to wake up. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I just sat on the edge of the bed and waited. When her eyes finally fluttered open, I pointed to her neck. "What's that?" I asked, my voice quiet. She instinctively reached up and touched the spot, her eyes widening in panic as she felt the tender skin. She couldn't see it, but she knew. She scrambled out of bed and ran to the bathroom mirror. I heard a muffled curse. She walked back into the bedroom, a defiant, angry look on her face. This was her go-to move. When caught in a lie, attack with overwhelming force. "It's just a bruise," she said. "It's a hickey, Sarah," I replied, my voice still calm. "Don't insult my intelligence." "Fine," she snapped. "It is. We were out dancing. Things got a little crazy. It's not a big deal." "Who are you dancing with?" I asked, and then came the line, the one that would change everything. She crossed her arms, looking at me with pure contempt, as if I were the one who had done something wrong. "I don't have to answer that," she said, her voice dripping with indignation. "Don't be so possessive. My body is my own." I just looked at her. All the little lies, all the disrespect, all the late nights and secrets,